Hi guys, Frido here from the Basic Girl Reads. Today I'll be reviewing the book Homegoing by Gyasi, an American Ghanaian writer who is based in America. So Homegoing is based on the lives of two half-sisters, Essie and Afia. Essie ends up being sold into slavery and Afia ends up being the wife of a British slave trader. So the book focuses on the two matriarchies' family lineage, and in each and every single chapter we get to see someone from Essie's lineage or from Afia's lineage. So in each and every single chapter, or rather in each and every single character's lives, we get to see that there's something historical going on in the background. For example, for Essie and Afia, there's slave trade going on in the background, and then for someone like Akua, there's the Anglo-Ashanti War going on. And for Willie, who is a descendant of Essie, who is in America, we see that there's segregation going on. So for each and every single chapter, even though the characters, they never really get to meet, but there's something that is going on in each and every one of their lives. And at the end of the book, we get to see like someone from Essie's descendant and someone from Afia's descendant. They get to meet, but when they meet, they don't realize that they're family, but there's a connection there. Like, I remember there's something that Marcus says, who is a descendant from Essie's side. He was saying that when he saw Marjorie, who is from Afia's genealogy, he said that he felt like she was home. So the book focuses on so many things, but some of the things that stood up for me was the thing about generational traumas, in the sense that Afia's generation was afraid of fire, because when Afia was born, her mother, she ran away and she was on fire, in the sense that I understood the book. So from then onwards, you can tell that her generation is always afraid of fire, even until the end of the chapter. There's something about fire about them. It's either they're amused by it or they're afraid of it. And then with Essie's generation, I believe due to the slavery, they're afraid of water. So the book also focuses on other different topics, like there is mental health. That is one with Akua. Akua is Afia's descendant, and the thing with Akua is she has this mental health problem, but because back in the day, or even now in Africa, we don't really necessarily see mental health as an issue. It's more of something that is demonic or evil. So with Akua, the other thing is she's also plagued with dreaming. She tends to dream of Mame being Afia and Essie's mother. Something that also stood up for me in the book was how Africans were very involved in slave trade, which is something that has never really been talked about, or which Africans shy away from, in the sense that they also sold people to the British for them to be enslaved. So that is something that really opened my eyes, because it's never something that is really discussed. And I think the lack of accountability by the Africans, it also has caused trauma on the African Americans, in the sense that they've also moved away from the fact that they've been African descendants. Not all of them, but some of them. Because I watched somewhere where someone was asking someone who's an African descendant who was in America, and the person was African American. They were asking, are you not ashamed of what your ancestors did, selling their brothers and sisters and that kind of thing? So I think that is something that also stood up for me, of how we never really get to talk about this, how we always say, oh, slavery was all because of the white people, but that they were not involved, but also as Africans they also took part in it. So I would highly recommend this book. I would say it is one of the best books I've ever read this year, even though it came out a while back, but for me it really stood out this year. This book and The Secret Lives of Boba Seki's Wife, Stay With Me, they're some of the books that I read this year which really stood out for me. So if you're someone who likes history, or someone who just wants something to read, something different, I would highly recommend this book. Until next time, bye.